We're at the 2024 Royal Rumble and Brock Lesnar comes out at number 20 and he's a one-man wrecking crew. He decimates everyone in his path. He has a big meaty brawl and eventually eliminates Ivar. He eliminates his former enemy Omos and he has another stare down and battle with Gunther. But eventually they separate and Lesnar has a brief exchange with Balor until eventually dumping him out. But he doesn't see Dirty Dom, who dumps him out. No one can believe it, especially Lesnar, who laughs in amusement at the fact that Mysterio just eliminated him. And with that, he walks to the back whilst the Rumble continues. And on the following night, Mysterio is in the ring and he says, "You know, I never thought that at my age, I'd already be up there with the likes of John Cena and Triple H as a man who has defeated and conquered Brock Lesnar. It doesn't even matter that I didn't win the Rumble, because I beat the all-great, all-conquering beast. And now, the world is my oyster after my big moment, so I'm gonna challenge." Brock has heard enough. He storms to the ring and takes out anyone in his sight. He decimates JD McDonough. He F5s Finn Balor. And after a brief altercation, he takes down Damian Priest. And with Rhea occupied with all the women's division wanting a shot at her, Dom is all alone. He's scared, so he tries to run, but Lesnar is too quick. He catches up to Dom and throws him back into the ring. Dom's terrified, and Lesnar goes to work. He hits F5 after F5 until the ring general comes out. He's seen enough entertainment, and now he wants to fight. And for the third time, a stare down for the ages occurs with Lesnar saying, "Anytime, big boy." And with that, Brock leaves the destruction behind with Gunther in action next. But the following week, Lesnar isn't in the building, and neither is Dirty Dom. He's resting the injuries he sustained from Brock Lesnar, but Rhea's in the building and has some words for Lesnar as she says, "So last week, Brock, you decided to cheaply assault my Dom, and he wishes he could be here, but he's been advised to rest after what you did to him. But he asked me to tell you something, Brock, that at Elimination Chamber, he will make you cower in fear, beat you in this ring, and rob you of that dream match you wanted against Gunther at WrestleMania. And don't you worry, it's already been made official by Adam Pearce. He just wanted me to be the one who announced it. The fraud Brock Lesnar versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and the winner faces Gunther at WrestleMania 40. Rhea has laid out the challenge. It's an enormous announcement with humongous stakes. What will Lesnar have to say about the challenge? Well, the following week, before we hear from the Beast, we see a backstage segment between Rhea and Dom, who says, "Mommy, I didn't realize I was going to be fighting Lesnar at Elimination Chamber. I thought I was going to be getting the night off." "Of course not, Dom. You can prove how dominant we truly are. But why can't Balor get his vengeance on him from like 5 years ago? Because he'll be defending his gold same as me, Dom. I'm gonna be honest, Mommy. I'm scared. Scared of beating him down so bad that I go back to the cell." "Oh, don't worry, Dom. We have leverage now." And after that segment, another begins as Lesnar comes out and says, "Thanks for the relaying information, Mommy, but I think Dom needs a better daddy. So I guess I'll have to show him some tough love, won't I? And hopefully after, he'll have the balls to actually confront people himself." It's a brief but concerning warning from the Beast, but that's not all, as he says, "And after I'm done with you, Dom, Gunther, I'm coming for you and your Intercontinental Championship. So get prepared, because unlike Dom, I know you're a threat. I have potential to lose to you, so I won't play nice." Brock warns Gunther, and with this he walks to the back, although Gunther comes out onto the ramp and says, "I hope you win at Elimination Chamber, so we can all see who the true beast of WWE is." And with Brock laughing, he breezes past the ring general, who just looks at the WrestleMania 40 sign before he too walks to the back. And the next week, we see Dominic Mysterio back in action as he takes on Big Bronson Reed, and he's struggling against a larger opponent, but in the end, Dom lies, cheats, and steals his way to victory, although immediately after the match, Lesnar comes out, and this time Dom is too quick in getting out of dodge with him saying, "I don't need to face you until the chamber, big dog." But Lesnar doesn't care, as he calls out the ring general, as he says, "Gunther, I want to see you before a match is made official, so come on out." And Gunther obliges. He walks out and stares a hole through the Beast. No words or actions required, but actions will be required in Perth, as it's time for Dominic Mysterio's Judgment Day, as he has to not only survive, but overcome and defeat the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And the match is on, and it's almost hard to watch, as Lesnar mauls, dominates and decimates Mysterio in almost every single way. He's beating him down and demolishing him, but Dom's quick thinking manages to steer away some of Lesnar's offense. He even manages to get him down, and he tries to take advantage and beats him down, but it's not enough. Lesnar just keeps getting back up and suplexing Dom to Kingdom Come. No one is there to stop Lesnar, that is until Ray comes out and screams, "Enough, Brock! He's learned his lesson, please end it." And Lesnar, out of respect for a fellow legend he once fought in the past, listens to him and plants Dominic with an F5. But he wants to make sure the job is done and nails another and another. Ray is pleading for Lesnar to stop, and he does. He pins him and wins. He punches his ticket for the grandest stage of them all to fight for a championship he has never won before. But his night isn't done with yet, as Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci beat down Lesnar. But unlike Dom, he struggles and eventually relents to the punishment, as this is more than likely a warning from the ring general. And on the Raw after the Chamber, Lesnar is the first superstar on screen. He's been in the ring since before the cameras were rolling, and he grabs a microphone and screams, "Gunther, you coward! Face me without your lackeys taking cheap shots from behind." And Gunther once again obliges. He comes out and doesn't even say a word again, but this time he does something else. And the brawl is on. Gunther laid the first shot, and these two Goliaths are going at it. They're fighting it out all over the building, until eventually Gunther stands tall, and a seed of doubt is planted in everyone's mind. Does Lesnar have what it takes to get the job done against the bigger superstars anymore? And with that, Gunther walks away from the decimated Lesnar, who lies in a broken mess. And the following week, Gunther is in the ring with the Intercontinental Championship in his hands, and he says, "You know, I have elevated the prestige of this title by being the best, and now I get to compete against what many consider to be the best." But his mind isn't in the ring anymore. Brock Lesnar used to care about this great sport, but then money got to his head, and that's all he cares about now. So at WrestleMania 40, I kill the aura of the Beast and take his place as the monster of WWE. And last week, I started to prove to everyone that I am better than you, Brock, and at WrestleMania 40, I cement that fact. But Brock has heard enough. He comes out to the ramp and says, "Gunther, I'm not here to fight this week. I'm not even cleared to fight even if I wanted to, which trust me I do. I just wanted to tell you that when I beat you and take that belt from you, I will continue to prove that I'm better than I ever have been, that Brock Lesnar is still at his peak. For your sake, I hope you still are." And with this, Brock shakes his head and leaves Gunther's match with Dominic Mysterio, who is still mortified of the Beast. But Brock wants blood once he's cleared, as the following week, he takes out Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, and he even puts Ludwig through the announcer's table as he says, "This now means our match at WrestleMania will stay 1-on-1. And Gunther comes out and is furious as he says, "When have I ever cheated with the aid of Imperium? Never, and I will never. I wonder if you attack them from behind, as there's no way they're that weak to be beaten down by you." And Brock responds, "Come down here and find out. I don't need to this week, Brock, but we shall see what happens next week. But just so you know, you caused whatever happens to happen." And Gunther abruptly leaves, leaving Brock in the ring alone. But it's time for the go-home show before WrestleMania 40, and to say things get heated quickly between the Beasts would be an understatement, as Gunther remarks, "This Sunday, I'll embarrass Brock Lesnar to the point his son won't even look at him the same. His wife may even leave him with how badly he gets beaten." It's beyond personal words from Gunther, and Lesnar has heard more than enough, and once again the brawl is on. An enraged Beast is pounding Gunther. He's doing whatever he can to hurt the ring general, but Gunther slips away, grabs a chair, and smashes it into Lesnar's gut. It's just that easy for the tide to turn into Gunther's favour, and in the end, he plants Lesnar through the announcer's table, with everyone once again asking, does Lesnar have what it takes to get the job done? Well, we don't have to wait and find out any longer, as it's time for the co-main event of WrestleMania Night 2. It's a clean-shaven Brock Lesnar taking on the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion Gunther. And it starts out as a fight. They just trade strikes, with Lesnar being eventually taken down through the chops. Then it turns into a technical masterclass as Gunther attempts to break Lesnar and make him tap. But it's not just one-sided. Lesnar gets in his own submission offense and even locks in a Kimura, but Gunther escapes. Then it's time for the third act, and the match escalates quickly, with Gunther clobbering Lesnar with a lariat and splash, which doesn't put the Beast down. Then Gunther looks for a powerbomb, but Lesnar escapes and he tries for an F5, but Gunther escapes, and eventually he nails a powerbomb. Is this it? No! Lesnar has life left! He's got more in the tank, but how much more? As he's on the outside and Gunther has malicious intentions, he gets him into a powerbomb position, but once again Lesnar gets out of it, and this time he connects with an F5. He puts him in the ring and hits one more. Are we going to see a new Intercontinental Champion? No! Lesnar thought he got the job done, however the ring general is a different animal, and he gets desperate. He knows he's hit almost everything he can to keep Gunther down, except one thing. He goes to the top rope and looks to connect with a shooting star press, but Gunther avoids, and unbelievably deadlifts him out the ring, and he connects with an apron powerbomb to follow suit. He then puts him in the ring and makes the cover, but Lesnar isn't done yet. He kicks out and gets to his feet, and has one last act to try and unseat the king of the Intercontinental Championship. He looks for another F5, but Brock's back collapses under the pressure. Gunther then finds an opening and nails another lariat. He then puts him into the corner, hoists him up, and connects the biggest powerbomb ever. And with that, Gunther has retained the Intercontinental Championship. Lesnar acknowledges him as the next Beast of WWE, as the former Beast steps away from the limelight. But is that Lesnar's career over? Well, that's for you to decide. Because if you like this video, I think this might interest you.